Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs who lived in the forest. One day, they decided to each build their own house to protect themselves from the big bad wolf who roamed the area. The first little pig, a bit lazy, built his house out of straw. It didn't take him long, and he was very pleased with his work. The second little pig, a bit more industrious, built his house out of wood. It took him a little more time, but he was also satisfied with his house. The third little pig, the wisest and most cautious, decided to build his house out of bricks. It took him a lot of time and effort, but he knew his house would be strong. One day, the big bad wolf came to the straw house of the first little pig. He knocked on the door and said, little pig, let me in." But the little pig, frightened, replied, "No, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin, I won't let you in." So the wolf huffed and puffed, and the straw house collapsed. The little pig ran to take refuge at his brother's house, the one made of wood. The wolf, determined, then went to the wooden house. He knocked on the door and said, little pigs, let me in." But the 2 little pigs, frightened, replied, "No, not by the hair on our chinny chin chins, we won't let you in." So the wolf huffed and puffed, and the wooden house also collapsed. The 2 little pigs ran to take refuge at their brother's house, the one made of bricks. The wolf, furious, arrived at the brick house. He knocked on the door and said, little pigs, let me in." But the 3 little pigs, brave, replied, "No, not by the hair on our chinny chin chins, we won't let you in." So the wolf huffed and puffed with all his might, but the brick house didn't budge. He blew even harder, but the house remained solid. Exhausted, the wolf decided to climb onto the roof and go down the chimney. But the third little pig had lit a big fire in the fireplace and placed a pot of boiling water on it. When the wolf came down, he fell right into the pot. Screaming in pain, he jumped out of the chimney and fled into the forest, vowing never to return. The 3 little pigs were finally safe. They lived happily ever after in the sturdy brick house, and the big bad wolf never bothered them again.